We've all heard the old saying that a firm handshake is key to a good first impression. It suggests confidence and character. But in the world of clinical medicine, that handshake tells a story that is far more profound, and potentially far more lethal, than a simple personality trait. Welcome to Dr. Levitas. What if I told you that the strength of your grip is one of the most powerful crystal balls we have in modern health? It's a biological signature that echoes the state of your heart, your brain, and your very DNA. We are entering the era of the handshake prophecy. Today, we're going to explore why a simple squeeze can predict your future, why your nervous system lives in your palms, and how you can use this overlooked metric to literally add years of high-quality life to your journey. This is the science of why you are only as strong as your grip. Please take a second to like the video and leave a comment. Your engagement is a huge help to the channel. Let's start with a statistic that usually leaves my patients speechless. Why does a simple grip strength test accurately predict your likelihood of dying from all causes in the next decade? It sounds like science fiction, but the data is ironclad. The landmark Pure study, originally published in The Lancet and updated with massive cohorts in 2023 and 2024, followed over 140,000 people across 17 countries. The researchers found that grip strength was a more accurate predictor of cardiovascular death than systolic blood pressure. For every 5 kg decrease in grip strength, there was a 16% increase in the risk of death from any cause. Think about that. A simple hand squeeze was more telling than a blood pressure cuff. Why? Because grip strength is a vital sign of total body protein status and muscular integrity. It's not that small hand muscles are keeping you alive, it's that they are the canary in the coal mine. When your body begins to lose its systemic vitality, the high performance, fast twitch fibers in your hands are often the first to show the decline. If your grip is failing, it's a loud, biological warning that the rest of your systems are losing their resilience. To understand why this is so predictive, we have to look deeper than the muscle. How is your grip strength actually a direct proxy for the health and vitality of your central nervous system? You see, your hands have more real estate in your brain's motor cortex than almost any other part of your body. Crushing an object in your hand isn't just a muscular feat, it is a neurological event. It requires the brain to recruit what we call high-threshold motor units. These are the nerves that demand the most energy and the highest level of coordination. A 2025 study in the Journal of Neurophysiology demonstrated that grip strength is a direct reflection of neural drive, the ability of your brain to send a clean, powerful electrical signal to your periphery. When your central nervous system is fatigued, inflamed, or aging prematurely, that signal becomes noisy or weak. A weakening grip often precedes cognitive decline because the same neural pathways used for complex motor tasks are interlinked with our executive function. When you train your grip, you aren't just building forearms. You're sharpening the electrical connection between your brain and your body. This is a connection most people miss. Why does a weak grip correlate so highly with future cardiovascular events and strokes? On the surface, your hands and your heart seem worlds apart, but biologically, they share the same pipes. The health of your skeletal muscle is intimately tied to your vascular health. When your arteries begin to stiffen, a process called atherosclerosis, the delivery of oxygen and nutrients to your muscles is compromised. A comprehensive clinical review in late 2024 found that low grip strength is a reliable surrogate marker for arterial stiffness. Essentially, if the blood vessels in your arms are struggling to fuel a strong contraction, it is highly likely that the coronary arteries feeding your heart are facing the same struggle. Furthermore, muscle tissue acts as a metabolic sink, soaking up excess blood sugar. A weak grip often indicates a lack of overall muscle quality, leading to higher systemic inflammation and insulin resistance, the two primary drivers of heart disease and stroke. Your grip strength isn't just about power, It's a window into the fluid dynamics of your entire cardiovascular system. Now, let's talk about the most underrated exercise in the history of health, the dead hang. How does the simple act of hanging from a pull-up bar decompress the spine and build longevity? In our modern world, we are constantly under the crush of gravity and sedentary behavior. We sit at desks, compressing our intervertebral discs and rounding our shoulders. When you grab a bar and let your body weight hang, you are utilizing traction. This creates space between the vertebrae, allowing the discs to rehydrate and the nerves to breathe. But here's the kicker, you can only hang for as long as your grip allows. The dead hang is the ultimate test of functional grip. A 2026 pilot study on spinal health showed that daily 60-second hangs significantly reduced chronic lower back pain and improved shoulder mobility. By building the grip strength necessary to support your own body weight, you are literally giving your spine the room it needs to stay young. It is a fundamental human movement that we have largely abandoned, and reclaiming it is a non-negotiable step for long-term structural integrity. As a doctor, when I see a patient's grip strength begin to dip, I don't just look at their hands, I look at their future. What does rapidly declining grip strength tell a doctor about impending systemic frailty? Frailty isn't just getting old, it is a clinical syndrome where your body loses its reserve. It's the difference between a minor trip being a non-event or a life-altering hip fracture. We call this sarcopenia, the age-related loss of muscle mass and quality. A 2025 publication in the British Medical Journal argued that grip strength should be a mandatory fifth vital sign in all geriatric assessments. A rapid decline is often the first sign of anabolic resistance, where the body can no longer build or maintain tissue effectively. It predicts the loss of activities of daily living, from opening jars to getting out of a car. By identifying a weak grip early, we can intervene with nutrition and resistance training before the patient hits the frailty cliff. It is the most cost-effective early warning system we have in the clinic. If you want to build a bulletproof body, there is one movement that reigns supreme. How do farmers walk? Simply carrying heavy weights over a distance, bulletproof your structural integrity and joint health. The farmer's walk is the ultimate loaded carry. It forces your grip to work in a static or isometric fashion while your entire body moves. This creates what we call irradiation. When you squeeze a heavy weight, your rotator cuff muscles pack into the socket, your core braces to protect your spine, and your ankles and knees must stabilize with every step. It is the most functional strength imaginable. A 2024 study on orthopedic resilience found that individuals who regularly performed loaded carries had significantly lower rates of shoulder and lower back injuries. Because the body learns to move as a single, unified unit. You aren't just training your hands, you are training your body's scaffolding. It builds the kind of rugged, real-world strength that protects your joints from the wear and tear of daily life. Finally, the question everyone wants to know, can consciously improving your grip strength actually reverse certain markers of biological aging? The answer is a cautious but exciting yes. While we can't change the year you were born, we can influence your epigenetic clock. Research from the Journal of Cachexia, Sarcopenia and Muscle in 2025 has shown that resistance training aimed at increasing strength, specifically grip and lower body power, can actually turn back the methylation markers associated with biological age. When you challenge your grip, you trigger the release of myokinase, signaling molecules produced by muscles that act as anti-inflammatory agents throughout the brain and body. By refusing to let your grip weaken, you are sending a signal to your cells that says, we are still active, we are still useful, and we are not ready to decline. You are essentially voting for your own longevity with every heavy lift and every second spent on that bar. You aren't just getting stronger, you are becoming biologically younger. Here is the doctor's verdict: keep your handshake strong. Your hands are the tools with which you interact with the world. They are how you hold your loved ones, how you build your dreams, and how you sustain your independence. Don't let them become a prophecy of decline. Your grip is a gift, and it is a metric you have the absolute power to change. It's never too late to start squeezing back against the passage of time. Start today. Hang from a bar for 20 seconds. Carry the heavy groceries with pride. Practice intentional intensity. Your body is waiting for the signal to be strong. All you have to do is reach out and grab it. I want to hear from you. What's your current dead hang record? Let's start a conversation in the comments below. Stay strong, stay curious, and I'll see you in the next one. Watch this video suggestion, it was especially picked for you. Please share, comment, like the video, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. Thank you, it helps a ton with the algorithm. Remain tuned for future videos and keep growing.